Good morning, Is it from Zester's Lab? I'm ready. Ready for what? Ready to go on my next project. But before I do that, I first want to show you my bags. So I did, as if you've been following me for a week or so, the last week I've started slow stitching and I am absolutely loving it. No machine involved, sewing machine involved, just all you need is nice thick yarn, pieces of cloth, and voila. So this is my latest bag, the one with the round bottom, and I've just closed my dogs up and here they come again. You know, they're ready to play. So this is my latest bag, the third one, and very funny, it actually turned out quite the same as the rest, just much larger and with a round bottom. So the bottom, you can see this is a piece that I jelly plate printed on a big stump, a tree stump. So I thought, you know what, for the bottom, why not do that? That goes quite a lot beautifully with this top part. And so there you can see it. Lots of jelly plate prints, other pieces of cloth. The bottom, the other side looks like this. Even a little piece of that in there. And remember, then I thought, what is this going to be? Is it going to be a bag that I could put things in? Pot plant holder, you know, with the bottom. And then I found some yarn, some of this leather at a charity shop. And voila, what do you put on this to make it more beautiful? You put a piece of leather. So there's my leather strap. And you can see it just folds over like this. And the awesome thing about creative sewing is, the sun is very bad in my face, you just keep going until you're satisfied. So yesterday I did all of these slow stitchings on this thing. It was crazy. And I was just sitting and working, and later on I had these terrible pains in my hands, but I loved it. So then I put the leather on, and as you can see, I wanted to do it really handmade. So I put the leather on there. That was the tough part, really worked on my hands, even though I made little holes with the thing. So I put that on, my sprinklers just came on, so it's crazy out here. I even added 2 pieces of leather. I was going for 3, but my hands were too sore, so I stopped. And then last night as I went to bed, I looked at it and it missed something. I didn't know what, and I thought, you know what, just go to bed, just go to sleep. Tomorrow you will know. And then I realized something. It needed something. So quickly this morning I added that stitch just with this. It didn't had anything on. So it was just, that was too, I don't know, it just didn't work. So I quickly added the pink, added just that little pink piece there, and voila. I bought this in Thailand when we went to visit the kids. It is at the most beautiful art village. Oh my goodness, when the kids ask, Mom, what do you want to do? I say, I want to go to the art village. So I always took an Uber, and I just go there on my own and just spend the half a day there, just looking. It's the most beautiful setting, and that is where I bought this little thing. It is just so beautiful. And I thought, you know what, add that piece of thing, and then I can clip anything on. And this, just that one stitch and that little thing, just, to me, just brought everything together. So my bag is done. Now let me show you just this. I didn't have a long enough piece, but who cares? So I just put it together there with some stitches and make it a feature. You know, if something goes wrong, make it a feature. You know, it's not, oh, what must I do? You're gonna see it was too short. So what? Make it a feature. The same with that little thing. I'm making it a feature. Just added that. There you can see I've got a bag, a little bag where I can put my cell phone in, because that's the thing. I take photos wherever I go. So in a bag like this, if the cell phone goes in there and I need to try and find it, it takes me a couple of minutes, then the photo opportunity is gone. So I always have a little pocket there that I can put my phone in. And now let's see what else I've got in here. 2 more bags. As you know, I made 3. I started with this little one. Inside this one, I made videos of all of these. It's on my channel. So this is the one that I started off with. Made this for my watercolor traveling kit. So this was my first one. I absolutely love the colors. I just went for it. I didn't care about anything. I used any piece of cloth that I had, and I used all the colors in my embroidery yarn. So that I also bought at the charity shop. All these yarns came either from a charity shop or from friends that their parents moved to a retirement village or something, and they just blessed me with all the extra things. So this is the first little bag. Now can you imagine, I'm going into town or on a short trip, so I just have my traveling kit and a little bit of other art supplies in my bag. Hey, the dogs are now playing again. This is my second bag that I made. I haven't showed you the finished part yet, Bella. So I thought I love this idea, so I just put a piece of cloth there that you can fasten, and there I just had put these things. You know, it's so simple. Use what you have to create what you love. I didn't buy anything to create these 3 bags. They all just, I used what I had. And as I said, most were charity shop finds. Look how easy this is, just closing up again. And if you want to do it, you can add a little thing on, so you can have a little small bag. Very beautiful for a cell phone and your purse. And voila. So this is the end of my slow stitching bags for now. So that's why I said I am ready to go on to my new project. And I'm just give you a little hint. This is what I got at the charity shop. A big pile of leather. Really offcuts. I love offcuts. So my next project, I've already got it in my mind. I'll be using leather. So remember, if I can, you can. All you gotta do is start. And you know what I also realized? We're all different. That makes us uniquely beautiful. Of course, you are uniquely beautiful as you are. And I'm different, and that makes me beautiful. You know, the beauty lies in our uniqueness. So one thing I've realized, I like different things. That's why I don't only do art. I love art, all my art projects. I also at this stage don't do only one type, not only acrylic. I've got acrylics, and then I've got the rest, and then I've got my sewing, and now I've got my slow stitching. And name it, I see something. That's why I absolutely love thrifting, because you never know what you're gonna get. So this week we went to the thrift stop and the thrift shops, and as my husband and I was walking towards the one shop, I once again said, I don't think I'm gonna get, what am I gonna get? I've got everything. I really don't need anything. And guess what? I found this, and this it's like a key. It just opens up my next projects. Now all of a sudden I have leather pieces that I can now use and create something that I love. So that's why I say never limit yourself. Try new things. That makes you come alive, feel alive, whatever. So I made some slow stitching bags that I really love. Now I'm going to my next project that will be something with leather. So don't limit yourself. We got to stop limiting ourselves. We got to try new things. We got to keep growing, because that's what brings the excitement. Life is supposed to be exciting. It's not supposed to be boring, same old, same old. We got to grow, and creativity is the most awesome thing. It really helps you to expand, to grow, to learn new things, to try new things. When I do this, I try and to stop my dogs from running over my tripod, because now they want to play. As soon as I put the tripod on, they want to start playing. So yes, but thank you that I can share my journey. I will show you immediately when I start to work on that new key, my pile of leather pieces. Sky is not even the limit. There's so much that I can do with that. And once again, I thought when I was thinking about what to put on this bag, and I found the leather, and then immediately my first reaction was, do I really want to use the leather for this? I need to keep it for something better. And then I realized, no, use what you have to create what you love. I've now got this. I've got this. It's been given to me. Use it. So I looked through that, found this one, cut it nicely, fasten it to my bag, and voila. Once again, stop. That I'm telling myself all the time. Stop keeping things for a better day. This is the day. Life happens now. Use what you have now. When you get wherever you get in the so-called future, it's also now. And then you will also have what you need to create what you want to create at that moment. So love you lots. Izette from Zetster's Lab. And if I can, you can. Just start creating so that the creative juices in you can start to flow. And nothing easier than this. All you need is a needle, yarn, and a couple of lappies, pieces of cloths. And voila, you can create beautiful things. As you've seen, I made bags. This could have been a beautiful cushion. Once again, pieces. If you make a little piece, you can put it on your clothing. You can buy a plain jacket or whatever, and you can just add a little piece of slow stitching thing on it. It just makes it uniquely you once again. The awesome thing is, my bag is never gonna look like your bag, slow stitching wise, because you're different. So you're gonna make a different bag. We can actually have exactly the same things, and our bags will be totally different. And isn't that just magical? Love you lots. I love my bags.